Hi, my name is David Todd. I'm with Cruise Planners in Columbus, Ohio. My experience on this has been pretty overwhelming and exceeded all my expectations. I been to my local zoo several times, seen animals, and that's like going and getting a scoop of ice cream. But going on a safari, it's like the whole huge banana split with all the trimmings and everything else. It's the experience of seeing the animals in their own home and natural habitat is pretty overwhelming, and just an unbelievable experience, especially when you drive by 25 lions that we saw yesterday, and they just ignored us. They didn't even know we were there. It's a really different type of an experience. My guide was incredible. Kim was the best, and I actually wrote him a note and thanked him, and he it typically exceeded all my expectations, but it was beyond that, and I feel like he's now a friend. But he went out of his way to make sure that everybody in the Jeep was included and made sure that everybody was able to see the animals, and stopped and gave us time so that everyone acknowledged that they had seen the animals that he had pointed out, which was really nice. And it wasn't just the people that were in the front seat next to him, but everyone in the Jeep. That was a neat experience. And then yesterday, when we saw that pride of over 25 lions, he was even really excited and hadn't seen something like that before. And that made it more fun for us to see his excitement in that. The accommodations are great. I traveled by myself, so I had a big king-size bed every night. The rooms were nice, large, and the food was great. Different varieties of food, and so I tried different things. Some things I don't like, and some things I really liked. So that was a fun part of it, because you can try new things that are outside of your comfort zone. As you know, I do cruises, I do land tours, and I do safaris. And a safari is an in-depth experience that's close and personal, where on a cruise you might get a few hours somewhere. And I've done an elephant sanctuary on a cruise, but that was like for 1 hour, 2 hours. This is an in-depth experience where it's 24/7 year-round. At night at our lodge, they would not let us go around by ourselves at night. We always had an escort to make sure that we were safe and comfortable in where we were. So this is an immersive experience that is more than just a few hours. It's for several days. It's quite an exciting experience. And I felt safe the whole time. That, I think, makes a big difference. I think that it's important to think about planning ahead. It's not something you want to just jump into and in like 3 or 4 months from now go on a safari. While you can do that, I think it takes time and preparation. I would do a few additional things. I think in the future I'd probably read up more on the animals so I had more knowledge of the ones that I was going to see. Of course, there's ones that were unexpected and weren't sure or wouldn't have planned so much in reading ahead on them. But the other ones, I think it would have been more helpful. Advice would be take a little bit of time and read up on more in depth on lions and baboons and the different animals, just so you have a better understanding and know their habits a little bit more. Of course, our guide, Kim, was excellent and explained all that and answered all those details. But a little bit of homework beforehand will benefit you in the long run, and taking the time to plan out probably 9 months to a year ahead of time.